I believe Aaron Boone should be fired. Somebody needs to take the brunt of what's happened this season. This team has not played well. This bullpen fell apart again from the first half to the second. This was the number one bullpen in baseball, and they are now one of the worst bullpens in baseball. That has a lot to do with the usage and the managing of the manager. And Aaron Boone, yes, he sticks up for his players. Yes, he listens to the executives in the boxes. He listens to Brian Cashman. He does what Brian Cashman wants. I'm tired of seeing them bring in managers that listen to the GM and the ownership. I think the Yankees need to bring in a manager that can run this team and run it the way he wants. Guys like David Cohn, or maybe even a Carlos Beltran, a Mark Del Rosa, another guy that he was the manager of Team USA. I think it'll be very, very interesting to see what the Yankees do in the offseason, but if Brian Cashman stays, somebody needs to be fired.
Aaron Boone, he's good with young players. He's good with random players. There are definitely some good qualities. I could see why Aaron Judge wants to keep him, but at the same time, you can be a player's coach all you want, have good relationships with him, but you need the strategy first, especially in an analytics era. I know we were bashing it with Kevin Mensch. He was like, why do they have 5 coaches? And this guy's making all the decisions out of nowhere.
Yep.
Maybe that's the case with the Yankees. That kind of thing still falls on Aaron Boone to make those kinds of decisions, too. And he has not been able to do that with a lot of different relief pitchers, too. And think about the track record. I know some of them were older guys. Like Chapman was an older guy. Britton was an older guy. Fine. But why is Loizaga hurt? Why is Holmes hurt?
And Dominguez getting hurt. They don't even know who their center fielder is going to be next year after bringing Dominguez up, and he looked promising. Volpe, he's played well this year, but he's regressed in certain aspects of his game, too, this year. Gleyber Torres is going to expect an extension this offseason.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a lot of questions with the Yankees this offseason. And is Aaron Boone the guy? Is he the team to lead this team next year when a lot of fans are not going to want to see another losing season or a season where they have 85 wins? That's not good enough for the Yankees. Even if they're over 500, that's not good enough for this organization. They spent a lot of money. They gave Aaron Judge a $360 million contract. They gave Carlos Rodon a huge contract. And I know every Yankee fan says that he's a bust. He's not a bust. He's coming off an injury. He had no spring training. He had nothing. But I don't expect this back-to-back years for Carlos Rodon. And then the Yankees have to worry about next year because Cole can opt out of his contract after next year. So what are the Yankees going to do with them? Because Garrett Cole's going to want an extension. If he pitches another year like he did this year, he's going to want a big contract extension. You're talking about he's making $38 million. He might be asking for $44 or $45 million a year, as we've seen pitchers like Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander get from the New York Mets. Garrett Cole, there's no guarantees he's going to opt into his contract with the Yankees in another year.
They still have a winning record this year, but there's definitely some cause for concern with a lot of areas that weren't causes for concern in previous years either.
Who's their outfield next year?
Outfield, yeah. Just the offensive identity in general. It's Aaron Judge and everybody else.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with Giancarlo Stanton in the offseason.
Right.
Do you tell him, like, listen, we have 4 teams that we're interested in trading you to, and they're all in L.A., they're all in California. San Francisco is one of them, the L.A. Dodgers, the L.A. Angels, even for San Diego. Tell us, and you can waive your no-trade clause because we're looking to trade you. We're looking to move your contract because he has not worked with the Yankees. The Yankees have to decide what they're doing with the outfield because they have to get younger there. Dominguez was supposed to be the starting center fielder next year, and Aaron Judge was supposed to be the starting right fielder. They need to decide what they're doing with the left field. I know they have Pereira on and off when it comes to hitting. He hit very well in AAA, but he's not hitting as much in the majors. The Yankees need to figure out where they're going in the outfield because if they have and they understand where they're going with the outfield, then they can start distinguishing how they're going to build their infield. Is Gleyber Torres the second baseman of the future? Do they move Volpe to second base? Pereza, is he the future shortstop to this organization? Are they going young, building through the farm system now? Or are they going to bring in these old veterans like Donaldson that screw everything up? I think they need to build their farm system. I see the Yankees trading Gleyber Torres in the offseason. But the Yankees have to decide where the future is with this team. They put a lot of money in Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is there for the long haul. What are they doing with guys like Giancarlo Stanton? What are they doing with Gleyber Torres? What are they doing with Rizzo? Rizzo's still there for another year. I can't bring Rizzo back for another year. He's washed up. He's not the same player he once was. They did it with Donaldson. The Yankees need to go young. They need to bring in that youth. They need to decide, hey, maybe a year or 2 years of bad baseball or 500 baseball, rebuild, and then some of these good free agents could become available. And then you build around 5 or 6 young guys, and you add 2 or 3 free agents that are fantastic, that are in their late 20s. And that's where the Yankees need to go because, yes, they're going to waste the good time that they have for Aaron Judge, but you knew you were going to do that if you were going to give him that contract.